Work from home revolution.
People of the world, welcome back to Send It Rising. Today we're talking about the absolute worst jobs to have in the pandemic, the jobs that pay the most, and the jobs that you're going to want to study for if you want to do a career change. Let's start with the worst jobs in the pandemic, according to Student Loan Planner. Higher education administrator is 10th on the list. Why? Because a lot of pay cuts, a lot of international education drama. People can't get to and from. The job got a lot harder. Dental specialist, because of the reduction in income. So a lot of dentists had to shut their doors because turns out oral health, not the most important thing for folks with a raging pandemic. Corporate employees, 16%, according to the study, regret choosing their career. Quote, I'm now in event marketing and COVID has ruined our entire industry. I've taken a 30% pay cut as the breadwinner. That's one person. The other person talks about working in the hospitality industry, which was obviously gutted since March. 7th on the list, nonprofit employees, 16% regret. Why? Because social services industry standard for salaries are quite low. Quote, the wages in this industry are remarkably low, and my student debt to income ratio is quite high, even with just a bachelor's degree. So COVID-19 putting a lot of pressure on folks in that space. Physical therapist, why? Because people don't want to necessarily be face-to-face. Quote, physical therapy doesn't lend itself to working in a socially distanced environment. Nurse, for obvious reasons. Can you imagine what it's like to be a nurse in a pandemic? It's frightening, to say the least. Number 4 is dentist, right? Same thing. Chiropractors, number 3, interesting. A majority, according to studentloanplanner.com, of chiropractors report regret with their career choice due to student loans. 1 in 5 report regret directly because of the pandemic. Quote, less options or flexibility with huge student loan debt. 2, occupational therapists, same sort of deal, having to do the face-to-face thing. And number 1, the number 1 worst job during the pandemic. So very glad that I am not doing this right now. Teacher. Yikes. From hectic online instruction to uncertainty around being asked to teach in person, being a teacher in 2021, 2022, very, very challenging. So those are the worst. Let's take a look at the 10 most searched jobs according to CNBC.com, according to Google, and how much they pay. Number 1, well, we'll start with number 10. Number 10, we've got electrician. Right, so people are going, you know what, I can make decent money as an electrician. Why don't I just do that? People still need it during a pandemic. 9, interestingly enough, physical therapist. So we've got something on the most searched job. People don't realize, perhaps, that it's not that great of a position to have, physical therapists, during a pandemic, but they're searching for it anyway. A lot of people maybe think that they would do a good job at it. Psychiatrist is number 8, personal trainer number 7. So we're seeing some overlap between the reported worst jobs and what jobs people are searching for. Firefighter number 6, quite interesting. I considered that. I thought that would be a very interesting career. Pilot number 5 on the list. The salary's pretty good. A lot of training. Therapist number 4. A lot of people apparently need therapy. Know what I mean? Median salary only $47,000 for a therapist, according to this article. Notary, probably because it's pretty straightforward and easy to do. Flight attendant, very interesting. Why are people searching to be a flight attendant during a pandemic? That is very shocking news to me. And number 1, not shocking at all, would be a real estate agent. Everyone's always interested in being a real estate agent. You throw a stick in Las Vegas, do you know what you're going to hit? Not 1, but 2 real estate agents. Let's move right along to the 10 best jobs, according to CNBC.com, with the most access to remote work, according to Glassdoor. Now, this is not going to surprise you at all, but these jobs are incredibly skilled engineering jobs. So when we look at coding and we look at math, and we remember our parents, when we were younger, being like, you should get good at math. Well, here's why. Cloud engineer is number 10 on the list. Customer success manager, interesting. That's a lot of data. Realtor is number 8. It makes its way onto the list because, of course, it does. Scrum master, number 7. Enterprise architect, number 6. Product marketing manager. This is something that perhaps I could do in a job, although I have no interest in that, obviously. As the owner of Send It Rising Internet Marketing, and I very much like my position here, but product marketing manager would fit within my skill set. Machine learning engineer, good luck with that. Median salary $130,489, but yeah, that's going to be some tricky stuff. Solutions engineer, yeah, big brain. Salesforce developer, of course. Salesforce is one of the most ubiquitous and powerful companies out there. They have the largest building in San Francisco, so a Salesforce developer is going to make a decent chunk of change. And database architect. So there you have your 10 best jobs. Almost all of them are tech related. Almost all of them are coding related. But who would have known that all those years ago when you were in high school? Depends how old you are, of course. If you're young, well, there's a list of things you should consider studying at the university or learning on your own. New LinkedIn data shows the top digital marketing skills currently in high demand. I find this very interesting because let's say you're not going to go become a Scrum Master or a Realtor. What could you learn in the digital marketing space? That's going to make the most sense. LinkedIn explains, quote, as the pandemic accelerated our industry's shift to virtual everything, it also accelerated the demand for marketers in digital roles. Digital marketing specialists are most in demand, while the media coordinator role is experiencing the fastest growth. This from socialmediatoday.com. So let's take a look at it. Fastest growing occupations are media coordinator, search manager, and social media coordinator. So yes, everyone is obviously posting a lot on social. Coordinating with the media apparently is a big deal. And then the most in-demand occupations are digital marketing specialist, digital account executive, social media manager. I feel like copywriting tends to go lower on that list. If you are able to manage the Facebook, the LinkedIn, the Twitter, the TikTok, you understand video production, you understand Google Ads, you understand conversions, Google Analytics, all of these things, then yes, you are pretty well-rounded and it's not going to be too difficult to land a job. Quote, while many marketers list themselves as digital marketing specialists, recruiters are currently having trouble finding marketers with skills in digital strategy, omniture, link building, search advertising, and off-page SEO. Finding a good Google Ads person is, that is some good stuff. I mean, those people are very in high demand, and for good reason, because if you're good at Google Ads, you can turn $1 into $2. That's the skill everyone wants. So those are the skills that people are looking for. Digital marketing, growing fast and furious. So ladies and gentlemen, what kind of job would you switch to if you could? Leave a comment, youtube.com/Send It Rising. Thanks for swinging by the show today. If you're listening on iTunes or Spotify, podcast version, I love you. I'm proud of you. Do me a favor, go to youtube.com/Send It Rising. Subscribe. I'm on TikTok, tiktok.com/Send It Rising. I'm barefoot longboarding. You know you want to check out those videos. Drop a comment. Let me know that you're out there. Thanks, guys. Talk to you later. Bye for now.